This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, all. I hope all of you studied. Yesterday, I put some reminder. So make use of the chat box or make use of the mic, and just give an answer whenever I'm asking some questions. So let it be interactive here. So most of the topics has been covered. So remaining around 30% is there here. So to complete that, so your course will get over. So before completing the course, so let's have that how much you have learned in that in this entire session. Okay, so now what is the T code for creating company? So directly we'll ask about only T codes. Am I audible? Are you able to give the answer for this? T code for creating company. Good, Lekha. Then what is the T code for field status variant? Say everyone should participate in this. Okay, could you define what is reconciliation ledger? What is reconciliation ledger? Not getting answer. What about others? Ananya, Aishwarya, Manvi, Prerana, Sindhu, Tanulata. Yes, reconciliation ledger, as she said, the ledgers are control ledgers of the sub ledgers. But when you're posting when you post items to be subsidiary ledger, our system automatically posts the same data to the GL. So each subsidiary ledgers has one or more reconciliation count in the GL. So that you have seen in the practical way for accounts payable and accounts receivable. And also the sum of balances of the sub ledgers will be equal to the total in the reconciliation ledger. Okay, so now what are the major segments of the GL master records? If I wanted to create a GL master records, then what are the major segments? Okay, good Sindhu. You have tried. There are two segments in the GL account. One is chart of account segment and company code segment, COA. There are two segments in the GL account. One is chart of account segment and company code segment. Company code chart of account segments holds the data that can be used by any company codes. So chart of account So sorry, there was a small internet problem. What I was asking is the question was major segment. What are the major segment of the GL master records? Whenever we create a GL general ledger account, there are two segments we have to focus. One is chart of account and one is company code. Company code segment. So chart of account segment that can holds that can holds no company any company codes data and using the same chart of account, and company code segments can contains the informations that is specific to a company code, like chart of account tabs that are like types, description, keyword, just like a translation information. And when it comes to company code data, company code segment data like control data, create, bank, and interest, that and all you have seen, right? So those which are applicable for company code segment, then first chart of account, like what and all you will be configuring, like asset account, means asset accounting group, liability accounting group, income accounting group, that and all you are what wherever you are specifying that particular data which is applicable for chart of account. We'll see by practically, that also I will show you once. So it's taking time. Okay, so just for understand this, what are the major component which are applicable for the that particular data? So clear. So there are two types of segment. So what are the segments for the GL account? One is chart of account and company code. Okay, there is one more called what are internal and external number ranges, and why it is generally not good idea have an external number on transactions. So whatever we have used for accounts receivable, accounts payable, and GL account, GL posting, I have used all or internal number ranges only. Not I have not defined any external number ranges. Okay, why? The question was why we should not use external number ranges, why we supposed to use only internal number ranges. So internal number ranges, which is that particular document will be generated by the system automatically in the series order, and which will allocate the next available progressive number, and this reduces the manual involvement of the user, and also the number must be numerical, so that in that way this is going to be applicable. And external number ranges, while entering that number range or transactions, the whole document number needs to be entered by the user. The system will not automatically insert that number ranges in such case, so the user can pick that number randomly, so that makes that problem. So to determine which particular document number has been assigned for the particular document, so that is the main reason we have to note that it can be alphanumeric. So external number ranges and internal number ranges, that is the main reason. I hope all of you understood this. Okay, first I will ask the question and I'll tell you that answer. Okay, now what is the T code for defining the number range? Any answer? T code for defining the number range. Define the number range. T code. Good, Prerana. The answer is FBN1. FBN1. Good. Okay, what is the main purpose of parking the document? Why we use this? What is the main purpose of parking a document? Why would we use this? To store information. Okay, so in posting also we could store some information, right? When you post, when you park, okay, when we can edit in information, okay, good. Okay, any other parameter? Okay, parking document is used to temporarily park, and also we can store document until it is approved by an unauthorized person. So if there is a superior user, then he has to approve that. So when you store the document or when you store temporarily the particular document, then he has to approve by the authorized person. So there is some cases we have to demonstrate and how that parked document usually used. So like when a end users, there is no authorizations to post a particular document. So it's such as like a vendor payment, vendor invoice, then customer payment, customer invoice, then he can park or he can temporarily save the particular document in the system memory. So that is a case number one. And case number two, when user does not have enough information and he can park that in particular document in the system memory until he gets the information of the particular transactions or to complete the document. So that is a second case. Clear? The document number for the parked document will be generated in the same way as for regular document. So are we able to means are can we able to create a separate number range for parked document? Are you creating any separate number range for parking the document? Or are you using the same existing document number range? Is it internal number range or external number range? I hope I'm audible. So now internet is connected. Okay, my next question is, uh, why do we use this business area whenever we posting any document? We are specifying that business area 7676 something, and we created and we have specified. So why should we use this business area, and when we supposed to use this business area? Why and when would use this business area? So the answer is, the business area in SAP solutions are used in differentiate the transactions originated from the different points, lines, and locations in the business. So to take it is an example, like a company ABC has a three company code. There are three company codes are doing similar business, like selling TV and also laptop, but the different continents. So now the ABC wants to have a balance sheet and profit and loss account based on product. So in this case, ABC company will create a product wise business area, and it will solve this requirement. Is that clear? Understood? This example. We can use this business area if other company codes requires the same business area also. That is one advantage. And second advantage is, we can configure, configuration is so simpler. In case of the company code, we would use that required to go through the entire configuration for a chart of account, fiscal year variant, and also posting period variant, so on so on, with the business area option. So you just need to attach it to the company code, that's all. So rest of the details business area are attached by default from the company code when you are using. That is the second advantages. And third advantages that goes to controlling area. So this option, so enterprise CO or controlling area, so profit center accounting like yeah, PCA, so you can drop whatever the transactions you have the balance sheet in the balance sheet and the profit and loss account for the business areas. So it means internally we can prepare that financial statement, not for externally used by the business areas. Okay, so whenever we prepare the financial statement for company code, that can used for internal and as well as external purpose. Okay, but whenever you prepare the financial statement for the business area, that is only for internal purpose, not for external purpose. That is the answer for this question. But I am not getting answer from your end, so try to get that answer whenever expecting. So what does the field status group assign to the GL, master record control? FSG, field status group. Taking time. Reference AMG. ಬೆವರು ಹರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Like G01, G067, G04, G05. So that field status groups, if you double click, you would get three options. So one is uh, suppress entry, required entry, and optional entry. So here we have an options like financial accounting new. Global settings. ledger, field, field status variant. So my question was, what does field status groups assigned to a particular GL account or GL master records controls? So by selecting this one, if you double click the field status group FSG, which will have G001, G002, so on, so on. So these are all field status groups. If you double click there, you would get the three options: required entry, optional entry, and suppress entry. This is what I said. Okay. But this field status group, when you assign to a GL account, GL master records, so how does it controls? So for that, whatever you have created here in this criteria G001, so just like a G001, so there's so many groups are there here, but when we run this transaction code, so yesterday we created material vendors and material customers, so on, so on, and we assigned some of the field status group like G067, like reconciliation ledger, correct, right? So that particular fields which controls and display the informations at the time of GL master record creating, and specifically we have to use field status groups controls whether is a particular field to be required or not to be required. That available options for that is required entry, optional entry, and suppressed entry. Wait for a minute. Okay, so let it open. So we move into next question. So what are the standard document types which are available in SAP? So I think in the question and answer, interview question and answer, I asked this question and also I have answered this particular question. So could you tell me what is the answer for this? What are the standard document types in SAP Fico? So use the chat box and type the answer. My question is, what are the standard document types in SAP? in SAP solution. So at least you try to search in the Google also. Somebody's are searching. Come back with the answer. Good, Aishwarya. SCA, DR, DG. Okay. The standard document types provided in SAP, just like SCA, DA, KA, then DZ, KZ, so on and so on. Okay. Do you know what is the T code for that? What we are using T code for document types? If I wanted to create a new document, just like SCA, if I wanted to create a new document in SAP, the T code will be what? So here, okay, so what I would like to have this here, I asked some question here. So there are two components, correct, right? One is chart of account data and also company code data. So create bank and interest. So whatever here we have. So this is first component and second component like accounting groups, short text, and whatever you are specifying here. So this belongs to what? Chart of account data. Okay, and this is whenever you click for control data and create bank and interest, so that goes to company code data. So there are two types of data. That was the question what I was asking. So this is practically you can see for the particular answer. Okay, and my question was, what is the T code for creating a document types? So OBA7. Okay, how many maximum number of sessions can I open in SAP? Prerna also answered for that question. Good. Customer invoice, customer payment. Okay. So now my question is, whenever we create a credit control area, so we created a credit control area like a CCA by the name of 7676. Okay. So how many uh, how many company codes can I assign for one single company? So one single credit control area. Can we able to assign for multiple company codes or one credit control area, one credit control, sorry, one company code? Is that in that manner can we able to assign? We created one credit control area 7676. So is it possible to assign more than one company code? Aishwarya, Prerna, can we able to assign more than one company code for a single chart of sorry, credit control area? Is it true or false? If you are able to assign, then you say that true. If you are not able to assign, means if your answer is false, then you type false itself. How that could be? So we can assign more than one company code for a single credit control area. By creating one credit control area, we can assign more than one company codes. So whenever you are posting, there are two options you are getting. So one is parking document and held document. So what makes the differences between these two? If I run this, the T code called, 1 minute, FB60. If I type, sorry, if I run this, I'll be getting three options. One is posting entry option, one is held option, one is park option. Let's see by practically. So this is still is taking, it's opening. What happened? So let it be open. The major differences between these two, held document and parked document. Held document, when a user posting a document and does not have any requisites data in his possession, and he can hold the particular document until he get all the information. Like in Tally, we can consider it as a memorandum voucher. You heard about that memorandum voucher in Tally. So it's just like similar like that. So we it is an example. Okay. So I'm comparing this. And when a user holds the document, system will ask that external number range. We have to assign a number range, or we have to assign manual number and to identify that documentation. So this number can be a numeric or alphanumeric. That is for held document. And as I said, one more parked document is when user does not have an authorization for a posting a document, he can prepare the document and also park it for his superior to approve. So this is the major differences. Clear? Okay, it's opened here, and see this. Here we have an option called as park and also hold, and here we have post. So before make ensure whenever you run this document, uh, if you are holding, if you are parking, make ensure in which way and why you are doing. Okay, if you are holding the document and you does not have any requisite data possession, and in that criteria the particular user can hold the document until gets that particular all the informations for the respective transaction. So when a user holds the document, system will ask that uh, number range, manual number. So here he has to enter the document number, so not system generated number. So that is a major difference. Is it clear? So when you run transaction code F-28, could you tell me what account is going to be debit and what account is going to be credit? So use the chat box and you type what account is debited and credited. If I run transaction code F-28, do you know what is F-28? So here, if I type /nf-28, press enter key. So for this, what is debited, what is credited? It says that DZ, document type. And you tell me what is the posting key also. Okay, posting key is not required. Let it be what is debit and what is credit. So in the last class only I taught you this. No answer. Cash account will not be debited. You have tried, good effort. Mhm. So vendor account is debited, and bank account or cash account is credited. The answer is vendor account debit, then cash or bank account credit. When you run this F-28, clear. So when you run this vendor master data, what are the segments are you getting? If I wanted to create a vendor masters, so what are the segments you will be attending? How many segments are there to create a vendor master data? My question is, what are segments in the vendor masters? So do you know what is the T code for that? Could you tell me what is the T code? Expecting vendor master data. Mhm. FK01. When you selected these two company code data and account groups for creating master data, let's see, at least by seeing this particular screen itself, so try to get the answer. Hmm. One more. See now, how many types of data we have here for creating vendor masters. Sindhu, Prerana, Uh, well try, but it is not a correct answer, Prerana. In the screen itself, you have a data. Try to identify, create, change display. My question is, what are the segments for vendor master data? What needs to be entered? In the SAP screen itself, you have a data. So compulsory, you have to enter that information. Vendor master data must contain 3 segments, which controls the different fields for a vendor. So number one, we have general data segment. So this, what is this general data segment? So general data segments, which it contains address, controls, and payment transactions. And next we have company code data. This is the second segment. So in this company code data about accounting information, payment transactions, correspondence, and withholding tax, so on so on. This is all about vendor master data creations segments, general data segments, company code data segments. And one more important thing is purchase organization segment also applicable. Okay, that's not for finance, that applicable for material management. So whenever we work for material management, purchase organization segment also applicable, like company code data. Then this particular segment contains the specific purchase organization data. Clear? So these are the 3 segments for a vendor master creations. Clear? Hmm? Is there any difficulty? I'm clearly, opening the screen and giving that hints. So you have to trace out and notice that and come back with the answer. Hmm? Okay. Suppose if a document type is configured for a vendor, so can we use the document type in the line item posting key meant for a customer? So OBA7, the T code OBA7, if you would like to define a document types. So while configuring the document type, if you are defining the type of account which will be posted, if the document type is defined only for the vendor, so if you are if you are using it for customers, then system will not allow us posting to the customers. Clear? My question was, if a document type is configured for vendor, but document type in the line item posting key for a customers, can we use it? No, that we have to allow. Clear? So practically we'll see OBA7, press enter key. So if I'm taking D or DZ, so vendor I will take. What happened? KR. Bye. Just for an example, KZ, sorry, KR, press enter key. If I double click here and say this, account types are allowed. ADKMS. Okay, asset, then customer, vendor, material. Suppose if I tick mark of this button, account types, so I can post customer ledger also during the posting in your document types. So that is the answer and that is the question. If a document type is configured for a vendor, so can we use the document type in a line item posting meant for a customer? If I did not allow us to post to the customer, then hence the document cannot be posted for a customer. Why no one is giving answer? Okay, so can we able to prevent a duplicate vendor master for being created? There's a practical question. How can we prevent the duplicate vendor master for being created from being created? So there is an option for duplicate. Okay, if I check, duplicate can be configured to prevent that creation more than one time master records for the same vendor. So if you check uh, the option as a configured on address match code fields, that occurs when creating a new account or when changing the address on the existing account. So in that way we can prevent the duplicate vendor masters. Okay. Okay, next we will see some of the dunning configuration. What are the steps to be considered for dunning configuration, and what are the T codes for dunning areas, dunning keys? Okay, that we will see later. Hmm? So your effort is not up to the mark level, so be focus on practical things. So the practical, like not this one, so you have to get exposure, hands-on exposure on real-time project. For getting the opportunity, you have to practice lot and also understand the scenarios in different way. Okay, so creating and saving the data in your company, means in the SAP system, SAP software, so doesn't make sense. Like only following the steps, you can anybody can do that, but understanding the information and finally configuring the steps, that gives a best result. So how we have done from the day one, I'm keep on telling you, so understand the theory and also execute the practical things. Okay, so following the steps and working on the system, so that gives only around 25 to 30% result, but not 100% result. Okay, see you all. So study, practice.
Sir,
If you get any doubts, you post. Yeah, ask ma.
sir, the thing is, we are actually having our internal exams from Monday. So we
Okay,
won't be able to attend SAP classes.
okay. Monday, only for Monday or next week? How it would be?
Full week, sir. We have till Friday, Monday to
Okay,
Friday.
okay. So Monday to Friday. Okay,
Yes,
but just 1 minute. 1 minute, might be on the line.
yes.
Uh, so Kritika, I'll for entire week you have exams, right? I'll have
Yes,
a
sir.
confirmation. I mean, I'll discuss with the coordinator, and I'll give an information in the WhatsApp group, ma. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sir, if you want, I can
Yeah,
send
fine.
the timetable also because we have it the
Yeah.
entire week.
Okay, ma. Fine, ma. Fine. So see you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So good luck for your exams for the next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.